to my channel. My name is Naomi Adrianne, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a glimpse into NA Beauty. This video is not to go too in-depth explaining the company and really introducing you guys to all of the products, because I have another video planned specifically for that. But I wanted to come on here and show you guys the Beautifully You palette, as well as my everyday makeup look that I like to create using the palette. So in my previous video where I chit-chatted with you guys, giving you guys a bit of a life update, as well as revamping, telling you guys a little bit more about my channel and what I have to offer in terms of revamping it, I think I also snuck in there and I mentioned that I actually have created my own cosmetic company titled NA Beauty, where we have makeup products. So like I said, I'm not going too deep into the company and then explaining it to you guys, because another video will be coming very, very shortly, giving you guys an inside look on the company, why I created it, as well as an inside look into all of the products that we have to offer. But this video is specifically about the Beautifully You palette. So this eyeshadow palette, when creating, and I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a background. When creating this palette, I wanted to create a palette that was very versatile, that many different people can use. A vast majority of skin complexion would be compatible for a vast majority of skin complexions. And I also wanted to create a palette that was neutral and could elevate any makeup look, as well as creating a palette that would be ideal for someone who wears little to no makeup, or even someone who is maybe young or of any age truly that is first being introduced into eyeshadow, and just wanted a palette that they can wear every day and they don't really have to worry about figuring out what colors work best for them, because all of these colors complement a vast majority of skin tones. I also wanted to create a palette that could take you from day to night or office to happy hour. So this is literally that one-stop shop palette right here, and I'm so excited about it. I've been using these colors in particular when I went through the process of testing everything out for almost 1.5 years now, and I've gotten so many compliments on my eyeshadow. I've gotten so many compliments on my makeup when wearing these colors. So here's an inside look on the palette, Beautifully You. But Beautifully You, on the cover of the palette, you'll see it looks like this, very light, natural air. You got some flowers going on. So Beautifully You is an adjective, an internal sense of authentic beauty, to be confident in your own skin. So basically that is the definition for Beautifully You. And the way to use it in a sentence is that eyeshadow color beautifully enhances your eyes. So that is it, and so this is the cover, and on the back it just has all of the ingredients and our company and all of that information. And yes, it is cruelty free. It can be, this product can be recycled, or the packaging can be recycled, and it lasts up to 12 months, which is pretty standard for any makeup or eyeshadow palette, sorry. So when you take the sleeve off, this is what it's going to look like. It's a little bit more vibrant in person. I don't know if you can really tell here, but this is just what it looks like. And on the back of all of our packaging, it will always say, "Forever and always do you and be beautiful." And that is just our tagline. So when you open it up, this is what the palette looks like. I feel like right now this camera is not fully doing it justice. Okay. So reading from left to right, top to bottom, we have angelic, candid, tangible, pretty please, dream, clever, suave, divine, intuition. I'm going to insert a clip of what the colors look like all swatched on my arm. They're absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love them, and I love the shade range and the diversity of these colors, because every single color can be interchanged and used with each other. There's not necessarily like a color that clashes with another color, which I really like. And even a lot of these colors, some of them I mainly like more so angelic and pretty please, I've actually used as a highlighter on my face, and also mixed it with a mixing medium as well as like a lip gloss and created like a really clear gloss to create like a really pretty lip gloss. So I also like the versatility of these products. And the colors are very pigmented and they can also be built upon each other. So some of our lighter colors, at first it might come across as being slightly opaque, but you find that it builds upon itself very easily. So however much product you put on your brush or even your finger, that's what's going to show up on your skin. So that's what I absolutely love. And it runs at a pretty nice price for this eyeshadow palette. It's small enough and compact where it's very easy to travel with. So this eyeshadow palette goes for $30, and you can check all of that out at NA Beauty along with all of the other products that we have to offer. Another video will be coming very soon where I give you guys an in-depth look into the not too deep into the company, but a really good overview of the company, why I started it, and even sharing some video clips of me along the process of developing my products and just my reactions along the way and feelings and emotions. So I want to share that with you guys. But without further ado, let's get into how I created this makeup look. Okay, so I'm going to get right into the video. As you can see, my brows are already done. I'm just going to go ahead now and with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, multi-sculpt concealer to define my brows just a little bit more. I'm just going ahead and what I like to do as well, I like to use my concealer as an eyeshadow primer as well. Slight disclaimer before I get too deep into this. My apologies if you guys hear birds chirping or any type of like extra background noise. It's actually a really pretty day out today. And it feels great outside, so I just opened up my windows in my house. So if that's what you hear, that's what's going on. My apologies, but it's a nice day, so why not to utilize some of the fresh air. And in case you were wondering, I actually just used the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pomade in the color Soft Brown. And I went in for my eyebrows, and then I went into the Beautifully You palette, and I used the color Suave right here on my eye to sort of like fill it in and to set my eyebrows. I also use that color eyeshadow as well to just make my eyebrows a little bit lighter and more of like an auburn soft brown color, to better match with the blonde in my hair. And now I'm just gonna go ahead with my blender and blend that out. Fun fact, I actually don't like beauty blenders. I've had at least 4 or 5 in my life since they've come out, and I prefer the Real Technique beauty blender dupe, so to say, so much better. I find that they're slightly more pouncy and they last longer, and they're larger, which I like. I personally like the larger size of it because I feel like it covers more surface area, and I also like the fact that it has like the flat angled edge where it makes it very easy to go in with foundation to do it. And they also have different sizes. They have the Face and Body Blender. This is their older Face and Body Blender that I've had literally forever. You can, not forever, for at least 3 years, 2 or 3 years. I need to get rid of it, but it's super soft. Over time make it softer, I find. But you can see this has gone through the ringer, and it doesn't help that I have long nails, so it pretty much like punctures it each time. Whatever. Boom. Eyes are prepped and ready to go. So going along in the Beautifully You palette. I like to personally use Tangible. Between like Tangible, Clever, and Suave, those are more of like crease colors that I have. So, I like to drop everything. So, I like to typically start off with Tangible in my crease. It's almost very close to my actual skin complexion. And I like this just to start out, and it's more of like a crease transitional color. So I like to start off with that and just go ahead and pop it in my upper crease. You won't be able to see it very much on me right now, but it definitely does have a buildable coverage, and that's what I really like about all of these eyeshadow colors. They're super pigmented, but if you're like really light-handed, pretty much the amount of effort you put into it is what you get. So it's a buildable coverage, so it goes on really light, and I'm not doing very much of anything right now. I'm not hardly putting any on my brush, and I'm just sweeping a little bit in there. But of course, the more I apply, the more that color will build upon it. So that's done, and then I'm gonna go in with another crease brush, blending brush, and going in with Suave in my inner crease as well, or my outer crease, I'm sorry, to add a little bit of depth to it. This is one of my go-to makeup looks 9 times out of 10. If you see me out with a bolder lash style, then I most likely am rocking this sort of color combo on my eyes. And now I'm mainly focusing this on the outer crease, but I'm also dragging it in slightly to the inner crease just to add a little bit more definition. And now I'm gonna go in with Clever as well as Tangible to blend this out a little bit more up top. And now I'm gonna do a slight cut crease, nothing too super major. So I'm gonna go in with my concealer, and typically when I do any type of cut crease, I like to use concealer. Well, it depends. 9 times out of 10, I use concealer to do my cut crease, but if I am like a lighter color concealer or the same color as that I typically use for concealer, but if I'm going in and doing like a really bold, bright color, then I will use just like white eyeshadow base primer for that. Typically, I actually don't take it on my entire eyelid, but today I decided to. Just, I don't know, doing something different. So now I'm going in with Candid on my lid to set the concealer. And what I like about Candid, it's more of like a peachy nude color. And it just, to me, it adds a really nice sort of base to your eyeshadow look. And this color actually looks really nice on darker skin complexions as well. I'm gonna insert a picture either here or here of one of our models wearing, actually, she had a very similar eyeshadow look as the one that I'm doing today. The only difference is that she also had one of our, we used, what color was that? Strength of a Tiger for her to add a bold pop of color to her crease. And as you can see, I'm like building the color up on itself. Just like that. Boom. Sweet and simple. I almost don't want to add any type of like shimmer. I kind of want to leave it similar to this. But I'm going to go in with Pretty Please. I found that I use Pretty Please a lot. I haven't really tapped into some of these darker colors as much. They're more of my like going out colors that I'll use. But I'm going in with Pretty Please on the lid, and I'm starting more so in my inner tear duct area and just like patting it. out because I don't want this to be like too prominent and too shimmery. I'm just adding just a little bit of something or other right there. Oh, I added a little bit too much to this lid, so I'm just gonna try to blend that out. And the one thing that I really like about this, you can use it wet or dry. So right now I'm using it dry, but if I wanted to, I could go ahead and spray this with like either water really, or even setting spray. I like to use setting spray. Fix Plus is also amazing for doing what I'm talking about right now, but just going in with that, and it almost creates a slight little paste, and it adds to the pigmentation of this color as well. So like I said, I'm just focusing this really in my inner corner and then fanning it out. So now I'm gonna go back in with Suave in my crease. And the eyes are basically done. Now I'm gonna do my eyeliner. And I love Ink Black eyeliner, their gel eyeliner that they have. I'm just going in with an angled brush. This is like my favorite. This has turned into my favorite eyeliner brush. I haven't used one any like it. This is a work in progress, coming soon. I feel like eyeliner for me is one of the trickier parts. And I used to be really good at it. But I feel like now that we've been in quarantine, I've like slightly lost my touch for my eyeliner, and it's like driving me insane. Because of course half the time you're not wearing makeup, so no need to do eyeliner. Just like that. So I'm gonna go back over this eyeliner because it ain't doing what I needed to do. Boom. Just going on with some mascara now to prep. I'm not quite sure which lashes I want to wear today. So I'm thinking about either doing Charming. These are our Charming lashes. I really like these. They're more of a winged lash. Those are like my favorite lashes. Or I was thinking about doing Dainty. These are Dainty. They're not like nicely placed in here right now because I have used them. But these are our Dainty Great. Lovely. Dainty lashes. They're one of our more natural pairs of lashes, and between Dainty and Charming are like my go-to everyday lashes. Posh Gal has been our #1 selling lash and is actually like sold out the day that we released, which is pretty dope. So I went ahead and applied my lashes, and I also did another line of eyeliner on top. And now that the eyes are done, for the most part for now, I am gonna go ahead and just do my foundation the way I normally would. And I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiant primer. I just like to use like 1.5 pumps, because that's really all you need. smooth it out. So now I'm going with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I'm using the color Butter Pecan. I say pecan. What do y'all say? Well, y'all can't really tell me what y'all say, but I say pecan, not pecan. I don't know. That sounds weird to me. Pecan. I could actually do another layer of foundation just to build it up just slightly. But I don't really like to wear heavy full coverage foundation. I like this foundation because it's more of like a medium to full coverage. So just going back in with the concealer. Now just going in with my Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the color Chestnut, number 9, for my contour. So now for a setting powder, I like to actually use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in combination with the Too Faced, again, Born This Way Translucent Setting Powder. Now I'm gonna let that kind of just stay for a minute and not touch it, and I'm gonna go back in and finish up my eyes by going back in, of course, with the Beautifully You palette. And I'm taking that same blending brush that I used previously, going back in with Suave, my outer corner, just to darken it a bit. And then I'm going back in with Pretty Please, just to touch it up in my tear ducts. Back over the lid slightly. And now I actually decided I'm gonna take it up one more notch, not too much, and just use Angelic. I absolutely love Angelic. I feel like it's the perfect highlighter color, perfect color to add in your tear duct just to brighten things up a bit. So that's what I'm gonna do, just Angelic right in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my bottom liner. Just going back in with that same eyeliner that I used up top. That Inglot black eyeliner. Sometimes I do bottom liner, sometimes I don't. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of powder contour. Just like that. And then at this point, I like to set my face. So I go in between the, I go in between the Morphe setting spray as well as the All Nighter setting spray. And right now I'm on my Morphe kick in terms of setting spray. I really like the Morphe setting spray because it feels like a gentle mist on my face. But the All Nighter setting spray really does last all night. Well, they both are really long lasting in my opinion. So I always like to set my face and then do the bronzer. I find that gentle mist kind of helps it stick a little bit better. And fun fact, I love bronzer. I love that radiant golden look that it adds, that bronzed look. That is part of the reason why I love the summertime so much, because I get tanned as opposed to tanning, I kind of bronze. So now I'm just going ahead with the bottom. I want to smoke out my bottom just slightly. Sometimes I'll do this, sometimes I won't, but when I do bottom liner, typically I like to. So first I'm going in, this is like a really small, will it focus? Focus. It's not focusing. There we go. I like to go in with a small crease brush, crease blending brush, and do my bottom. So I'm going in with Suave, Suave on the bottom to smoke it out slightly. And now I'm going in with just a little bit of Intuition right down there. I'm focusing Intuition more so on the outer area. Boom, just like that. So now we're doing bottom mascara. Does anyone else hold their mouth open when they use mascara? Or put on mascara, especially on the bottom. I find if I'm doing it on the top, I won't hold my mouth open as much. But when I'm doing it on the bottom, that baby's coming wide open. Not wide open, but that thing is coming. And my mouth is just to hang open. What was I going to do? I'm going to go in just with a little bit more of Angelic in my tear duct area. I'm putting just a little bit of that on my brow bone. I'm also blending it out. So when I was doing setting my face with powder, I also got a little bit of powder on my eyebrows. So I'm going back in with Suave just to fill that in just slightly. And now I'm just going in with a little bit of highlight. Ooh. Okay, boom, fixed. So now that my face is complete, going in with another layer of setting spray. And I just like to let it sit. And whenever I put on like that final layer of setting spray, I like to let it sit for a little bit and then use my body blender and just pounce everything in. And last but not least, which I actually kind of forgot to put this one, which is blush. And this is NARS Lovejoy blush, which is my absolute all-time favorite blush. Oh my gosh, I love this blush so much. This in combination with that NARS Lovejoy blush in combination with the bronzer just adds just a little extra something to my face, I personally feel. And now I'm just wiping my lips off. And I'm not going to use any lip liner today, but I'm going to go in with, this is hands down my favorite lip glass, like from any brand. Any of it. It's MAC's Oyster Girl, and I absolutely love it. It's like a purple iridescent pearlized gloss, and it is so perfect. I love it. Absolutely love it. This is the final look. This is my go-to everyday look if I have to go into work, in the office, or whatever the case is. This is the look I'm doing. If I'm going out just with friends or out on a date or whatever it may be, this is 9 times out of 10 the makeup look that I have. These are the products I use, the process I use. Of course, using the Beautifully You palette, this is like the everyday look that you can create. Sometimes I'll do something slightly different, which those looks will be coming very, very soon. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And go ahead and take a look at NA Beauty's website and check out all the products that we have to offer, and even check out the Beautifully You palette. I promise you won't be disappointed. If you decide to go ahead and check it out, then also tag us. Use the hashtag #ForeverNABeauty under any of your photos so we can see what looks you've created using any of our products. And don't forget, forever and always, do you and be beautiful. I'll see you guys next time.